Since independence in 1962, Algeria has experienced a number of economic reforms. The economy of Algeria was largely based on agriculture before independence. During the 1960s and 1970s, oil revenues began rising dramatically. Thus, the government shifted its economic sights to oil industry. Extensive industrialization took place and economy flourished.
Algeria is considered as a strategic actor in the stability of the Mediterranean basin, both in terms of security and energy. We see this through all the talks that Algeria has made for the supply of gas, for example, because of tensions in Ukraine. So there are rather important perspectives. What are these perspectives? First of all, to fight against the bureaucracy and to review the functioning of the institutions. This is the fundamental element. Moving towards, as I have been advocating for a very long time, regional economic centers are not regionalism.
قررنا تأميم الغاز الطبيعي الموجود بالصحراء.
Proclaimed on February 24, 1971 by President Houari Boumediene, the nationalization of Algeria's oil industry increased to 51% for oil fields and 100% for gas fields. On that date, Algeria acquired a freedom of movement, diversified its partners, and attracted oil companies other than French ones.
Well, let me tell you, Algeria was the leader in the decision. They proposed in 1971 the nationalization in the OPEC countries. So Algeria had played a major role in what happened in the nationalization of the oil for all the OPEC countries, including Iran, including countries like Saudi Arabia, including big producers of oil. So Algeria was the leader in the idea.
Algeria's economy is dominated by its export trade in petroleum and natural gas. Despite variations in world prices, annual supplies roughly contribute 1/3 of the country's gross domestic product. The extraction and production of hydrocarbons have been the most important activities and have facilitated rapid industrialization. The Algerian government instituted a centrally planned economy within a socialist system in the first 2 decades after independence, nationalizing major industries and implemented multi-year economic plans.
First of all, let me tell you that Algeria is an oil and gas country. So the most important thing that the free independent government had did since 1962 is to take control over the 2 natural resources that allows to Algeria to launch an economic program to develop the country and to become an economic power in the region.
Extensive deposits of sulfur-free light crude oil were discovered in the Algerian Sahara in the mid-1950s, while production began in 1958. Deposits of natural gas were first discovered at Hassermel in 1956, and since then discoveries have also been made at several other fields. Algeria ranks among the top countries in the world in terms of total gas reserves and exports, nationalizing all international oil companies operating in the country and giving control of their assets to the state-owned Algerian oil company Sonatrach, which was set up in 1963.
Sonatrach has developed a very good infrastructure in kind of downstream and upstream refineries. Sonatrach had the contract, was really building and connecting Europe with 2 or 3 pipes of gas. This is a good achievement.
Algeria's biggest oil producer successfully undertook its own exploitation and production activities.
Let me tell you, Algeria has a very good tradition in international relations. So I think this gives us different opportunity or windows, opening windows or doors to work. So this will strengthen our position, and this will give us a chance, maybe a unique chance, to come back in the oil and gas business with more determination and to take more places in the market. Because this kind of opportunity doesn't happen very often. And let me tell you, in business, it's The success in business is 90% of opportunity, taking the good opportunity in the good timing.
Algeria, with an economy reliant on hydrocarbons, experts ranked 11th in the world in 2021 in terms of estimated natural gas reserves of about 159 trillion cubic feet. The country also has about 12.2 billion barrels of proven oil reserves.
Algeria can really improve its world ranking, its ranking in Africa and the world. Algeria actually is leading the gas industry in Africa. Algeria has the third biggest proven reserves in kind of shale gas in the world. It has 707 TCF reserves. So we have more energy underground. We have a lot of energy. We have a virgin fields in Algeria, so we can really, Algeria or Sonatrach mainly, can diversify its resources.
Until 1962, the country's economy was based largely on agriculture. Irregular precipitation has long been a threat to agriculture in Algeria, but dam construction and irrigation projects have added some stability to the agriculture production. At independence, Algeria possessed some 20 seizable dams. And active and ongoing construction programs nearly doubled the number by the late 1980s, adding considerably to the country's total irrigated lands.
ما كان إلا حاجة واحدة لتحل مشاكل الأرياف، مشكل الأرياف هو الثورة الزراعية.
The agriculture sector is a priority for the Algerian government in its efforts to diversify the economy. Algeria's agricultural development strategy places special emphasis on improving food production and quality in order to reduce Algeria's import bill. The government encourages the ongoing development and modernization of the agriculture sector to achieve self-sufficiency and promote exports.
I think the agriculture field is very important because when you see the surface of our country, Algeria is one of the biggest countries in Africa, and the agriculture program must be concentrated, encouraged by the government, and I think this will help Algeria to be self-independent in the agricultural food for the population, and also give a chance to Algeria to export the agriculture, because if you see where Algeria is located, is in a very particular place. It's a bridge between Europe and Africa. I think agriculture has a good future in Algeria.
Continuous improvements to Algeria's economy are essential to the government too, which so far has had a positive impact on investment in a number of different business sectors.
This code of investment law is going to put more order and give more chances, more clarification, and to have all the objectives targeted.
Since President Abdelmajid Tebboune took office, he emphasized and stressed that after completion of constitutional and institutional edifice, the year 2022 would be exclusively devoted to economy.
نعتقد أن هالقانون سيكون في خدمة الاستثمار والمستثمرين. سيفتح آفاق ويحمي كل المستثمرين، فليتنافس متنافسون. احنا اتفقنا على أساس منطلق حتى من الصناعة العسكرية والبحرية والصناعات الأخرى الثقيلة والخفيفة، ما فيش مجال مغلوق.
And that's what Algeria has been witnessing since the beginning of the year, with many partnerships and projects.
The new law of investments, I think this is a good sign. It's a good sign for us. Algeria 1962 is not Algeria 1990. It's not Algeria 2017. It's not Algeria 2022.
In a resource-rich continent with dynamic demographic growth, Algeria is a potential gateway toward the African continent and the core mediator trade in the second-largest continent in the world, notably through the activation of the African Free Trade Zones (LECAF).
Algeria is a strategic security and energetic actor in the Mediterranean basin in Africa.
Besides, Algeria's economy has the potential to push forward much-needed industrial non-oil spheres diversification and leverage its infrastructure capabilities, becoming a strategic actor in regional resilience and economy inclusion. Algeria's achievements are also represented in the recent startup projects with an aim of making Algeria a hub of innovation in Africa.